we're coming to an interesting place in the fields that usually end up falling under a lot of Marxist and cultural Marxist kind of theory and stuff, and it really is becoming like, because of how like YouTube allows so many people to compare historical narratives and what is known about history. More and more and more of what has been discovered from history, that all the time there's kind of more that we're putting into sequence in time, and the details then give more and more nuance. So a lot of what were sort of these narratives that intellectuals created and then passed down through society of, what collectives were, what they thought, how they acted, how the leaders influenced them. Now we're finding out, a lot more nuance, like the actual forces that were shaping a lot of the events of the time that nobody could do anything about. That no leader could have done anything about. That it was, no, these forces shaped these events and these conditions, and people just did what they have to do, under those conditions, and or they made their choice, is a way. But so because of this, so you end up getting one of the major changes that happened with the right of center, that a lot of the kind of different sort of racial collectivist, ethno-collectivist, neo-traditionalist kind of things that attempted to succeed, they didn't, because of people saying, well, no, but this type of religion, this European religion, this and that, pre-Christian religion of this or that people was shaped by these events and these conditions, and those conditions are different now. So it was hard for people to argue for coming up with some kind of new artificial collective that was supposed to be the natural way of people, which then, of course, a lot of people would say, well, yes, that's Hegelian. This idea that you can reach back and find this essence that would put fire in the hearts of the people, and they would do great things. Then you would have the new man, all this stuff that Marxism embraced. And more that's dying. And one of the hard parts is there's the stage of the black pill, where at some point you're like, well, how do you motivate people to be good? And so then you get a lot of people who then turn, they take the God pill. But one of the things that has been hitting me is how more and more, especially the Marxist end of it, and more of the ideas are around the kind of Marxist and the more new end of it, with this new justice, that more and more people are finding out, well, no, their historical information is just wrong. They're just wrong about this, that, or the other that happened in history, or they keep trying to say this, but whatever they're referring to in history, it didn't go like that. And so now, gender and queer theory has the problem of depending upon, key to it, that Rome and Greece were super down with man-boy sex. Key to it, man-boy sex. When people have looked into this, they found that all scholarship that supposedly proved this or said so was poorly done scholarship. And that now people are like, no, that was outright intellectual fraud. And so more and more this is starting to really come up, that entire set of ideas, both those two theories, seem to be based on horrible evidence that's been pushed into like this area of being credible, and that nobody would look at this as credible evidence anymore now that we know what we know. And really, a lot of this is we already knew it. A lot of this is we already knew all this stuff was bullshit. But that there were these people in the world of intellectuals that simply said, no, we just think it's correct. We're some special group of people with special privileges who get to say what is true or not and evaluate the truth value, which I think is, I'll let people drop in the comments what they think about their theories on that.